Hello and welcome to New Mexico Rising. My name is Dan, and you might know each and every week I try to bring celebrities and people from all across the country to talk about cool things to do right here on this show. And this week we got Harper Grace, yes, musician, singer, songwriter. She talks about a story that happened when she was 11. And a little later, we find out some suggestions of ways to make your small business a little better and some practical meals that you could have for a better celebration. We'll talk about it all right here on New Mexico Rising. Our next guest is a singer-songwriter and entertainer and has a brand new album. And it's all based on an 11-year-old child that made a slight mistake and everyone decided to beat her up, which is not a good thing. So we're gonna have to talk about it with this wonderful person, and her name is Harper Grace. Welcome to the show, Harper.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Okay. I'm going to have to read this as it came from the press release. Rising country star Harper Grace's initial experience in the spotlight came just at 11 years old when her first public performance as the National Anthem didn't go as planned, eliciting widespread criticism from an array of online observers and media outlets. And whoever they are, I'm gonna hunt them down. And just like, they sound like jerks. What the heck? You were 11.
It's been exciting, but definitely a journey for sure. Going through, being told that I should never sing again, that I should kill myself, that I was the reason why abortion should be legal. I mean, it goes really, really dark and scary of what I went through as an 11-year-old. And with Oh Say Can You See coming out very soon, it talks about a lot of what I went through, and every lyric is 100% true, but it doesn't even go into the darkest part of it all. But I'm very grateful that I had a very faithful family. I'm so glad for my own faith, because that's the thing that really got me through it all, knowing that the Lord had a plan and an outcome for all of it.
And that's pretty crazy, just because I'm a 42-year-old man and I make mistakes all the time. People say similar things to me, but I wouldn't say that to like an 11-year-old child. Bullying is real. We need to figure out ways to kind of like curb that, stop that.
I've continued to grow up. It's been 10 years since the anthem. I'm kind of on what we call a redemption tour right now, where I'm, facing my biggest fear, which is singing the anthem. I've been going to different ballparks and arenas and stadiums and getting kind of endless second chances to go back and sing the song again. And I have major PTSD in that. And it's been really hard. But other lessons that I've walked through is just, whether that's relationships, whether that's, people coming in and out of your life, whether that's, overcoming situations like bullying and putting that into songs. I've just shared that everything that I write about, everything that I put on paper, I want to be 100% raw and real to who I am.
All right, hear me out. If you could go back in time and whisper into an 11-year-old's ear, what would you say to her? And you have to imagine this. There might be 11-year-olds right now watching, and that they might have to do a special performance tomorrow at a local baseball game.
I would say, you got this, and to keep on going. And I honestly, going back into time I wouldn't change anything that happened that day. I'm very glad that I went through such traumatic experience, because I know that it made me who I am today. But the thing that I would tell my 11-year-old self, not only is it all of the things in my song, but Oh Say Can You See Me Now is the hook of the song. But I would also just keep saying, keep on dreaming and make the dreams bigger.
Harper Grace, you're a hero. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
Check out Harper Grace's new single, Oh Say Can You See, which drops right now. Small businesses serve as the heart of local communities across the nation and are the backbone of the U.S. economy. In fact, the U.S. Census Bureau reported that last year was the second most popular year on record for Americans seeking business ownership since 2004. As Americans submitted 5 new small business applications in 2022, 3 years ago, Amazon had decided to open the store to independent sellers and help them sell their products directly to customers. Nearly 60% of the products sold in Amazon stores came from independent sellers, and today, let's talk about it. In order to celebrate Small Business Month is Claire O'Donnell. Welcome to the show, Claire. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. Excited to chat about small businesses with you.
All right. Can you tell us about some of the key findings in this year's Small Business Empowerment Report?
Well, last year was a challenging year for businesses of all sizes, but Small businesses in Amazon store continue to thrive. And one of the key data points from the report was actually more than 60% of sales in Amazon store are from independent sellers, most of which are small and medium-sized businesses. And they're businesses you wouldn't necessarily expect to be selling on Amazon. The local restaurant who's now selling sauces nationwide, or a nonprofit organization, or an artisan making handcrafted goods. And selling an Amazon store has actually enabled those independent sellers to create more than 1.5 million US jobs.
So what kind of tools and services does Amazon offer sellers to help them succeed in this marketplace?
The success of our independent sellers is so important to us, and we invest billions of dollars every year in tools and resources to help them be more successful, to help them launch and grow their brand. As an example, we actually have hundreds of thousands of hours of educational content, and this is educational content for businesses of all stages, from the early entrepreneur who's just thinking about an idea and getting started. We have Amazon Small Business Academy. And then the more experienced e-commerce seller who wants to sell on Amazon, they can use our Seller University to learn how to be more successful in Amazon store.
Well, excellent. Where can we go for more information and find out more about some of these local sellers on Amazon?
Start with amazon.com/support small. You can discover a hand curated selection of women-owned businesses, military-owned, Black-owned, and then, of course, look out for that small business badge next time that you're shopping on Amazon.
Well, thank you very much, Claire. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
And coming up next, I got a bunch of hacks for you. Food hacks, stain hacks, how to keep your clothes clean, and some good suggestions for you to eat. 2 different guests, all right here on New Mexico Rising.
Rock and roll, 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 rock.
You know, summer is almost here, which means it's time for grilling, outdoor sports, camping, and more. Though loads of fun, these activities often lead to clothes covered in stains and smells and all that awful stuff that just goes along with it. So here to share some laundry tips and tricks to remove summertime stains and odors is Wendy Saladyga, a consumer product testing and stain expert at Henkel, who works with Persil Pro Clean laundry detergent. Welcome to the show, Wendy. How are you?
I'm great, Dan. How are you?
Doing fabulous.
Great.
So what are some of the most common stains and biggest laundry challenges we got this summer?
Yeah, summertime in my house means spending a lot of time outdoors. You know, the kids playing baseball, my husband and I garden, grilling. You're always outside, and those stains and odors are constant in my house all summer long. I like getting to stains as quickly as I can. It makes them easier to remove, and using a premium detergent like Persil Pro Clean Plus Oxy. It tackles stains the first time and leaves your clothes smelling fresh and clean all summer long.
So how can someone tackle a common summer stain like barbecue sauce?
Right, barbecue sauce is popular in the summer, isn't it? Whether you like hamburgers, ribs, or, you know, veggies on the grill, that stain always ends up on my clothes. You know, grab a paper towel as fast as you can and, you know, wipe the excess off, and then rinse that stain under cool water. Then pre-treat with a detergent like Persil Pro Clean Plus Oxy. You know, just pour it on, rub it in there, make sure it gets in there, and let it sit for a little while. It's packed with deep clean technology that'll deliver an exceptional clean on your season's toughest stains.
So how important is it to really pre-treat a stain?
I recommend pre-treating with a detergent premium like Persil Pro Clean. Pour it on, you know, rub it in, let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes if the stain is really bad, and then wash as usual. It's packed with powerful stain fighters, so it's great to use as both a pre-treater and a whole wash detergent to make laundry day a breeze.
So why is choosing the right detergent important, and what are the different benefits between the different detergents, I guess?
Great question. But choosing the right detergent is very important. I mean, that's really what keeps our clothes smelling fresh and clean, right? Whether you want to choose a liquid or a unit dose detergent, it's really a matter of choice. If you love the extra convenience and you're in a hurry, it's great to choose a product like a Persil Intense Fresh Disc or a Persil Oxy Disc. Just toss it in. It's got amazing stain fighting power and it's super easy to use.
So how can people remove odors and clothes from clothes and blankets, such as smoke and campfires and things like that?
I love sitting by a campfire, sitting there. It's just so relaxing. But that smoke odor does get in your clothes and on your blankets. I recommend trying a premium detergent with an amazing scent, like a Persil Intense Fresh Disc. It's got that stain fighting power of Persil, but an amazing long lasting scent. If the odor is really bad, let it sit in the bin for a while, let it sit for like an hour, and then wash it. Give that detergent time to work, and that odor will be gone and your clothes will smell amazing.
All right, so where can we go for more information about all this?
Just go to PersilProClean.com.
Thanks for joining me, Wendy.
Thank you so much, Dan. Have a great day.
The summer party season is here, and our next guest has the recipes for summer eats and treats to help create that perfect celebration. So joining us today is author, recipe creator, and super Southern chef, Rebecca Lang. Rebecca is also cooking instructor and nationally renowned author of 8 cookbooks, including Y'all Come Over, Pecans, and the Southern Vegetable Book. Welcome to the show, Chef Rebecca Lang. How are you?
Oh, thanks, Dan. I like your pecans.
You like pecans? That's what I call them.
I do.
All right. Where do we start to make sure that our next bash is a huge success? How do we do all that?
Well, after hosting countless parties, I've written 2 books on entertaining. I have nailed it down to this all about making a plan so you're relaxed, you're organized. When you open that door, you can have fun at your own party. And the other secret to remember, and this is everybody's favorite, is serve the best food so your guests remember it long after the party's over.
So what is a tasty, quick, and easy time-saving treat then?
Well, I love pizza, and California Pizza Kitchen frozen pizzas are in my freezer all the time. I keep them, they're a staple in my house. But I love this summer, they have the new croissant-inspired crust. Flaky layers, it's golden brown on the outside, airy on the inside. You'll love it. I've got uncured pepperoni with hot honey, and I have the bacon and caramelized onion. Really gives us that restaurant experience at home in my Georgia kitchen, and with those California roots, it's perfect.
So are there any new hot trends for the summer celebrations?
I love to serve Gardein Ultimate plant-based burgers. They're great for vegetarians, flexitarians, vegans, really everybody will love these. 19 grams of protein, we're all looking for more protein, and they look, cook, and smell, even satisfy like meat.
And what about some favorite summer snacks? What do you got?
So I always go with Yoplait. Yoplait Strawberry Original Single Serve. I know you've had, everybody loves the smooth, creamy, perfect sweetness. But I'm super excited about Go-Gurts this summer. They have a new freeze and reveal tube. Kids are gonna love this too. So when you freeze the tube, it changes color, it reveals a fun message. So it doesn't matter if you're running from the baseball field to the pool, we're all busy all summer, but Go-Gurt kept in a cooler in your car and you're ready to go no matter where you are.
And do you have any other tips that you could share with us?
Well, I love to always serve a fun beverage, so think about fruity beverages for summer. And you can head over to tipsontv.com and you'll have all the information about everything today.
Rebecca Lang, you are a hero. Where can we follow you on social media?
You can find me at Rebecca Lang Cook on Instagram and Facebook.
Thank you very much, Rebecca. We'll chat with you soon.
Thanks.
And coming up next, I say the words, well, you are a hero, 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 I guess? You two are Green Thumb gardening heroes. Hero. A lot right on the show. But there is an organization that gives out an award to a small business and called them the Small Business Hero. We'll talk about it all right here at New Mexico Rising. A unique campaign has declared May as Small Business Success Month and includes a very special day of recognition called Small Business Hero Day. Yes, I do call everyone a hero. Joining us today are two leaders from Intuit QuickBooks and MailChimp, as well as a top small business owner to discuss the importance of small business to our communities. Gabriella Mooney runs a company called Mass Collective that helps underfunded artists and craftsmen, and John Fasoli of Intuit QuickBooks and MailChimp helps drive small business success through its product leadership role. Welcome to the show, you two. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
All right, John, you got to tell us more about this Small Business Hero Day.
Absolutely. Small Business Hero Day is really just one day out of the year where we recognize the impact of small businesses that really is 365 days of the year for our local communities and for us as their customers. I also love the term Hero Dan. I think just being a small business owner and having the courage and boldness to start a small business makes these folks heroes themselves.
And Gabriella, you're one of 3 heroes nationwide. What does this recognition mean to you?
Oh, it means so much to us at Mass Collective. You know, just like any other business, we struggle with commercial costs, leases, and all of those things. And so we had actually launched a GoFundMe campaign to try to get through our next phase of fundraising. And when we heard about this, we felt so supported by not only just financially, but by the community itself, that we had been chosen, that they had nominated us, and really just privileged to be able to continue to do this work of supporting artists in the Atlanta area.
So John, what role do small businesses play in their local community?
Sure, yeah, I think as we all look around our neighborhoods or down our main street, what we envision and what we want that community to look like is full of the vibrant and diverse small businesses. And our communities play a big part in supporting them as customers. And also small businesses really benefit from communities that put priority and support behind those small businesses too.
All right, so where can we go for more information and learn more about this initiative?
Sure, yeah. Check out quickbooks.intuit.com. That's our blog where there's a bunch of really great expert tips for small business owners. And then for the rest of us, some really inspirational stories like Gabby's available there as well.
Well, thank you two for joining me, and it's all good for small business, so thank you guys.
Thanks
for having us.
Summer is almost here, and that means busy schedules. So how can you fuel your family with nutrient-rich foods that they will actually love eating? Registered dietitian Amy Goodson is here to tell us some of her simple go-to ideas. Welcome to the show, Amy. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. Thanks for having me.
All right, Amy, let's start with mornings. So how can we start our day off right?
Yeah, so as a registered dietitian, I know that a protein-filled breakfast is the best way to start the day, but on those busy mornings, it can be a challenge to get in protein. So that's why I love starting with Premier Protein cereal, because one serving is packed with 20 grams of plant-based protein for great tasting nutrition that helps keep you full. And they have 2 delicious flavors. So there's a mixed berry almond that features strawberries, raspberries, and almonds. And then Dan, if you like chocolate almond, which is made with real almonds and plenty of crunchy flakes so that you can crunch your nutrition goals one bite at a time. So be sure to check out premierproteincereal.com for more information.
And what about better for you snacks?
I love Outshine smoothie cubes because each of the flavors are made with real fruit and contain 0 grams of added sugars. And one of the best parts is that they're blender free, making it so easy to create a nutritious smoothie both at home and on the go. So what you're going to do is take 4 ounces of the Outshine smoothie cubes, put those in a cup with 6 ounces of your liquid of choice. You let that sit for 15 minutes and then shake it up. Voila, you have a delicious mess-free smoothie ready to enjoy and lots of flavor. So today I'm highlighting the Gut Supporter, which has 11 grams of fiber, but there's also the Go-Getter smoothie cubes that feature B vitamins and the Glow 2, which have vital proteins, collagen, peptides. So lots of delicious flavors. So be sure to check out Outshine smoothie cubes in the freezer section of your local grocery store. And you can also learn more at icecream.com.
And how can we make dinner time both easy and delicious?
So one of my go-tos for simple dinners is Chilean salmon because it is a nutrition powerhouse. It's extraordinarily rich in those important omega-3 fats and vitamin D, as well as some other hard-to-find nutrients. And Dan, we know that most people are not eating the recommended 2 servings of seafood a week. But the great news is that salmon thaws really quick in just 15 minutes and cooks even faster, making it an easy, healthy solution for those busy nights. And what I love about Chilean salmon is that it's available fresh and frozen year-round. So super easy to find. Today I added it to a sheet pan dish. Now this is great because you can take whatever veggies you have in your fridge, toss them on the pan with your Chilean salmon, some fresh herbs, cook, voila, dinner is served. And a big bonus is that Chilean salmon is actually an FDA best choice for both pregnant women and children due to its extremely low mercury levels. So a win-win for salmon all the way around. So be sure to check out ChileanSalmon.org for more recipe ideas to fuel your family this summer.
Amy, that sounds fantastic. All right, where can we go for more information and also follow you on social media?
Yes, you can visit my website, amygoodsonrd.com, and follow me on Instagram, amyg.rd.
Great. And where can we go for more information on some of these other products?
Yeah, so premierproteincereal.com, icecream.com for the Outshine smoothie cubes, and then ChileanSalmon.org for lots of delicious recipes.
Amy, thank you very much for joining me this morning. You are a salmon hero today.
Yes, thank you. I love it. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Coming up a little later, I talked to a friend of mine about working in television. She wrote a book, and she's a friend of mine, and thank goodness she didn't mention my name in the book. Yeah, it's all right here at New Mexico Rising. All right, today we're speaking with Karen Lee Cohen, a seasoned television producer with 8 regional Emmys under her belt. Karen is the founder and president of Crystal Pyramid Productions, a spiritually based production company that aims to help people find their purpose both in and out of the workplace. Her prescriptive memoir, It's About Time, my award-winning TV adventure, and her upcoming book, Let's Be Peace, delve into ups and downs of her career in television and explore alternative health and spiritual journeys. Not only is Karen here to discuss her experiences in the television industry, she's actually a friend of mine who I've worked with in the television industry for the past, how many years have we been working together, Karen?
Dan, I think it's got to be going on 15 years. It's been a long time. I've been with Premiere for almost 20. Yeah.
I think that's crazy. It's funny to have you on my show as a guest. Usually I'm talking to you every week and you're booking guests with me from celebrities of all types. And you're one of the people that get the celebrities on the show. So thank you for all of that. Our audiences, I love you for that.
Well, and we love having them with us. So it's a win-win.
All right. Can you tell me about your new book? It's About Time, my award-winning TV adventure. Hopefully you're not writing smack about me.
There's very careful. Very few people are actually exposed, except one of the things that I did, and I have no idea where I got the idea, but it just was an intuition. I wrote to a bunch of friends and colleagues and said, send me, if you have any specific memories of us together, please send them to me. And so throughout the book, at the end of a chapter, I have different people's memories from different experiences we had together. So they're mentioned in the book, and I loved seeing that how their memories were different than my memories, and I was so glad that I was able to include it in the book. And the title that It's About Time came from, as you said, I've won 8 regional Emmys, and the very first one was when I was at MAQ in Chicago, which was the NBC station, and I had been nominated many times, and not won. And so the first Emmy that I won was for a show called NBC Salute Chicago. And when I went up to receive it, I said, it's been a long time, but what I really meant was it's about time. So when it came to writing the book, that's the title that I used. And it just, I had been, thinking about, and I'd been asked for many, many years to write the stories, because I've had some wonderful experiences. I've been very blessed with a lot of wonderful people in my life. So that's chronicled in the book. A little bit about my spirituality is chronicled there, and my health and wellness goals. But most of it is just fun stories about the business, about the challenges and the successes. And, I was in the business long before the Me Too movement, but I had quite a few experiences like that. And I just kind of touched on them. It's just, I've been very fortunate for all the experiences in my life. And I learned to just move forward no matter what happens, to just keep going. And if you need to take a twist or turn, to do that. And I've been blessed to be able to do that.
The stuff that's happened in your workplace. Because that's, to me, I think I'm just going to be like venting.
Dan, I didn't really vent, but it was absolutely cathartic, because I thought about things I had not thought about. I mean, my life just kind of went, I thought, from one option to another, and twists and turns. And I never really thought about how guided it was. And it's only really in the last few years, which I've embraced, that there are angels and guides and my own intuition that has guided me throughout the years. And I didn't really acknowledge it as wholly as I do now until I wrote the book. So it was very therapeutic for me.
Do you recommend like jumping into the career of television?
It's a passion. If you really love it, and if you really need to do something creative, I highly recommend that you look into the field of television and you look into the different aspects of it. I mean, now there's so many more options with streaming, and you can do your own version, and podcasting and YouTube and stuff. But it's not a matter of whether it's recommended. It's whether it's in your heart. You have to really want to do it. And if you really want to do it, you'll succeed to some extent.
All right. Well, I thought it was just a mental illness. And I guess
you share.
That's what it's been for me, at least.
Well, you do it because you have to, Dan. I've known that all along with you. You really are very motivated and very gifted.
Well, thank you. You're a sweetheart and love you to death.
Thank you. Right back at you.
So where can we get your book and follow you for more information?
My website is the best place to find out more about me. And it's Karen, Karen, Lee, Lee, Cohen, Cohen.com. And there's a link to Amazon where you could purchase It's About Time. Or you could just go to Amazon.com and put in my name, Karen Lee Cohen. Or it's About Time, but it's easier to just put my name in.
Thank you very much, Karen, for joining me this morning.
Pleasure. Thank you, Dan.
And that's it for New Mexico Rising this week. I want to thank you all for being part of the show each and every week. If you want to be part of the show, all you got to do is email me. That's newmexicorising@gmail.com. Tell me about any events you have going on, your small business, or if you just want to give a shout out to somebody. I'm in the mood to do that. Send me an email, newmexicorising@gmail.com, and I will make that happen. All right, and that is it for the show. See you next week. That was it for New Mexico Rising. Pecans